All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Force Nation Sunday night call. And tonight we are going to run through hopefully what will be a great training for especially newer coaches and those of you who have been maybe haven't had the courage or the knowledge yet to jump into your first challenge group. So that is what we are discussing tonight. And there will be time for questions at the end. If something pops up in between now and then, go ahead and you can go ahead and ask, but there is up here on the top, this is supposed to be a way for you to ask questions, and hopefully my dog will not drive us too crazy with her barking, but you can ask questions here or you can type it in here on the Zoom. I have not tried this slides thing that's at the top, but it's something that came up when I was doing my presentation here on Google. So, all right, we're going to keep going here. So, first of all, we're going to talk about what is a challenge group. The challenge group is a group of individuals that we reach out to and invite to join us for a specific amount of time to focus on their health, fitness, and diet goals. It's a way for people to feel connected to you as their coach, as well as being part of a community of others working on similar goals. And so what are I guess if you've been through a challenge group, you already know that, whether you've been through a challenge group with your coach and then you became a coach, or maybe as a new coach. Sorry, I got my family just started walking in here, so I'm getting distracted. As a newer coach, maybe you've also helped or participated in challenge groups since you signed up as a coach. So some of that stuff you probably already know. But anyway, we're going to keep going here. What are the benefits of running a challenge group? This is something that you really want to know about, especially if you are not really sure why we do these. So there's a ton of benefits to running a challenge group. Number one, you're able to give support to many people at once over exclusively doing one-on-one support. That's going to save you time. It's going to help with answering questions. If it's especially something that people are answering over and over again, you can answer it once in your challenge group. And it's a great way to just stay connected with people. It doesn't mean that you cannot give one-on-one support, but it just helps minimize that and help save you time. Your challengers have the opportunity to connect with others who are also on their own health journey. Number three, running a challenge group also helps you see who has the traits and characteristics of becoming a coach themselves. Maybe that's how you got invited to becoming a coach with our team and with Team Beachbody. Maybe you were in a challenge group as a challenger and your coach who was running your group saw something in you and said, hey, I want this person to be a coach. I think they would be amazing. And they reached out to you, told you that, and now you're a coach on our team. So that might be how you became a coach. And that's something that we do keep our eyes open for when we are doing our challenge groups, just to see who else would make an amazing coach. Number four, it produces great testimonials for you to use to help encourage others to join a group in the future. Now, with that being said, don't ever, ever, ever share somebody's pictures without their permission. Don't share their story even without their permission. But that being said, most people, once they start gaining the confidence and see results and know that they can inspire people, would be willing for you to share their story a little bit. So feel free to do that, but with permission from that person before you actually put it clear out there on the social media world. Number five, your challengers bond and begin to help encourage each other, which also helps make your job as a coach a little bit easier. And they get to connect with people they may not have ever really had the opportunity to connect with by meeting in your challenge group and become really good friends. I have people who have been in challenge groups of mine 2-3 years ago who are at least still Facebook friends, and I see them talking to each other and commenting on things that they post on Facebook and Instagram, and I think that's just really, really cool, even if they're not in a challenge group right now together. It's also a great way to help your new coaches get experience in running a challenge group before they jump into running their own, as in being an apprentice coach or being a co-coach. You may have already been doing that for a little while. So hopefully through this, you will realize that you can actually set up your own group and be successful in it. So there are different types of challenge groups. We're going to go over those real quick here. First of all are the free challenge groups. Free challenge groups can be just about anything, and they can last from, it can be a 3-day, a 5-day, 7-day, 2 weeks, a month, whatever you want your challenge group to look like. Free challenge groups are a great way to get experience in running a challenge group, as well as attracting people to you by offering something of value that is free. So you're going to hear over and over again that provide more value, provide value to your people, the more value you provide, the more money you're going to make. But you need to do it this way. So you need whether it's a challenge group or a Facebook post or whatever, provide free value, because that's going to help people learn to like and trust you. And then they are going to be easy is not quite the word, but it's going to be easy to, when you do want to offer them something, then they won't question it, and they will say, hey, I want to join their challenge group. There's different free groups. So some of them, here's just a few ideas: a clean eating challenge group, a fitness challenge, a water challenge, a personal development challenge. It could be just about anything that sounds fun and interesting and something that you think will help others. There are these are also great ways to fill your funnel, meaning you're going to get people who want to join your free challenge group, and through that you're going to find some people who are going to at some point in time want to join your paid challenge groups, and then at some point in time maybe even some of them will become coaches, and that way you always have the people that you can talk to. And it helps you get some practice, and it also helps others to learn to like and trust you, like I mentioned just a moment ago. I would recommend that you have them sign up with a free Team Beachbody account with you, but that being said, it's up to you if you want to do that or not. But this way, if and when they do decide to join a future challenge group, they are already connected to you, and it's going to avoid some confusion when it comes time to do that, because you already have one thing already taken care of. But like I said, that's kind of up to you, and it kind of depends on the kind of group that you're doing as well. But usually if you just say, hey, would you do this for me, a lot of times they will just go ahead and do it without questioning. So there are many templates available for all sorts of free challenge groups, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Make sure you find ways to put your own flavor and personality into each challenge, but you don't go and try to recreate something that's already there for you. If you want to reword something here and there, or if you want to swap out a recipe or whatever, but there's so many between our groups, between our Taryn's group or the Team Fit Revolution group, or even Coach Success or the Beachbody Champions. I mean, there's so many different groups on Facebook where you can find templates for free challenges, so you don't have to completely go and make something up on your own. I mean, if you really want to, great, but you don't have to do it that way. Free challenge groups can be run as a Facebook group, or you can even use the My Challenge Tracker for a free group as well as a paid challenge group. All right, number 2, the second kind of challenge group are Shakeology challenges, and this again can be like a 7-day group, a 14-day, or even a 30-day challenge. The idea behind a Shakeology challenge is to get people to try Shakeology for a certain amount of time before they commit to it long term. And you can have your participants order a 7-day sample pack from the Team Beachbody website, making sure that you are their coach, of course. Or you can get some packets to sell to people so they can get a variety of their own choice. So maybe they want to try just chocolate and vanilla. And if you have chocolate and vanilla, you can just go ahead and sell those to them and send them to them. But note, if you choose to get extra packets on your own, make sure you get enough to cover your challenge, but don't order more than you need. You don't need to have a bunch of Shakeology sitting around on your shelves that you don't use, that don't buy the greenberry if you're not ever going to drink greenberry, kind of thing. So make sure that you're going to get enough. Don't buy more than enough, because we don't want you to be in front loaded with a bunch of product or anything. And I also recommend this is kind of a little advanced thing, but I recommend that you order under your spouse or a significant other or whoever. If you have somebody signed up for a family member, order under theirs if you're an Emerald or above, because then you will cycle bonus, and then you will make a little bit of extra money off of your Shakeology purchase that you just bought. If that doesn't make sense, just let me know and I'll explain it to you a little bit better. Also, you can't sell your packets for less than retail, so charge like $5 a packet. If you want, you can offer free priority shipping to ship to your customers if you want to do it that way. Priority shipping right now, like flat rate envelope, is $6 and like 35 cents or something like that. It's a little over $6. So you decide if that makes sense to you or not. Again, don't go putting yourself in debt over it. But if you want to offer something like that, you can also send it to them in a, well, I don't know if you can send a first class or not, because that might be too heavy for that. So you could send a packet or two first class. But anyway, all right. So if you're doing a 3-day challenge or 30-day challenge, Shakeology challenge, have your customers order it on Home Direct. Let them know that they're not locked into anything, and they will save approximately $13 in shipping. They can cancel anytime. They have the money back guarantee, all that stuff. Usually, if you tell somebody you're going to save $13, it's going to, give or take, depending on where they're at, they will go ahead and order it on Home Direct. Some people won't. That's all right. If they don't, go ahead and switch them. Again, if you have a spouse or a significant other or a family member of some sort that you share that income with, you can switch them to that person. And then again, you should cycle bonus. It's a little bit more of an advanced thing there, but that's what I've done once in a while. So we can cycle bonus off of that. If I'm not going to get a Success Club point, they're not going to order on Home Direct, then I'll just go ahead and switch them. And just let them know, especially if it's somebody I know, that I'm switching them, but I'll still be their coach. Anyway, kind of advanced. If you got any questions on that, let me know. Here's another thing. You can encourage them, if they are a brand new Shakeology customer especially, encourage them to sign up for the Beachbody On Demand for free for 30 days. And if they do that, they will save 10% off their order. So like another $13. So right off the top there, you have a couple ways for them to save around $26. And they can remind them they can cancel everything at any time. All right, so that's a Shakeology challenge. You would set that up similar as a clean eating challenge as anything else. You can just, you'll have posts that you would schedule. We're going to talk about scheduling posts here a little bit. And that way it kind of gives people the opportunity to try Shakeology before they really commit to it for a long-term basis. All right, so here are the challenges that we really think of when we talk about challenge groups. It's 21-day or the 30-day challenges. These are the groups that the participants use Shakeology and a program for 21 or 30 days. It can be a longer challenge too, but it seems like 21 to 30 days is good for most people's attention spans. And it can be a program specific, as in everybody's doing 21-day fix, or it could be a multi-program group. Lately, multi-program groups have been my favorite. That way people can see somebody else doing a different program that they might be interested in. And that way they can come to you and just say, hey, I want to try, I saw so-and-so was doing this workout and I really think I want to try that next. So you don't even have to do much. You just have to let them experience it through somebody else in your challenge group. Some other things to keep in mind: you get to set the rules for your group. All right, so some options are doing a theme of the day, like post a picture for that theme. It's kind of cool. You can find different things like, okay, so that you can either do it for each day of the week, like Monday you post a motivational Monday, and Tuesdays, I don't know, whatever. You could do a thing for each day. You could do a different one for each day of the month. And they just post a picture of that for the day. You could do a challenge of the day, offer a mini challenge, and they post a picture of them doing it. Like today you're going to do 20 push-ups. Next day, make sure they eat a salad, post a picture of a salad. You can just come up with something fun like that. Post a picture of their Shakeology each day. do a mini health bet challenge. That's what I'm doing right now, where everybody's putting $10 into the pot. And if they meet the minimum requirements each week, then everybody, you know, whoever does that for 4 weeks will split the pot. Have them, encourage them to offer support and encouragement to each other in the group. Right. You guys, can you mute yourselves? Hey guys, hold on. I need somebody to mute themselves. There we go. Okay, thank you. All right, so you can ask them to do motivational quotes for each other during the week. Oh boy, now my things stopped moving. They could post healthy recipes. They could do sweaty selfies. Any other fun idea that you can come up with to keep people engaged in the group. Oops, how about that? So steps to take before launching your first challenge group. That's what that last slide said. Decide on what kind of group you want to run. Free one, Shakeology one, 21-day, 30-day fitness and Shakeology one. Decide when you want to start it. I recommend at least 3 weeks away from the date that you start promoting it. What is the theme or the name of your group going to be? How long do you want the group to run for? 21 days, 30 days, a week, whatever it is. Will you be giving any kind of prizes? If you do, make sure it's $25 or less. 1, that's Beachbody's rule. 2, when you write it off on your taxes, you can only write off gifts up to $25. And then who do you want to invite? Start making a list. Will you use the Facebook group option or the My Challenge Tracker option? I would, make sure, if you haven't tried the My Challenge Tracker app, especially on your own, maybe you've participated in a challenge on that, I would say try a challenge on the My Challenge Tracker app. I actually, I've always done my Facebook groups. Now that after the health bet, I started using the My Challenge Tracker app, and I love, love, love it. And I'm not sure if I'll do too many more challenges on Facebook. I might do my free ones, some of my free ones on there, like the ones that we're doing right now. But I don't know if I will actually run any more Beachbody challenges on the Facebook groups myself. All right, so here's some next steps. Invite, invite, invite. Sound familiar? So here's some ways you can invite: through private messages, Facebook, text messages, emails, whatever. You could make a Facebook post, something about Facebook posts. If you're going to post it on your regular profile page, make it very, very vague. Do not mention Beachbody. Don't mention a specific program. Don't put any costs in there. Don't put any links in there. Just phrase it somewhere along the lines of, hey, I've been working on my health and fitness. I'm going to run a challenge here for other people who want to get started in their health and fitness on the beginning of November. I would love to have you join me. If you want to join me, click like or send me a message privately. Make it pretty vague. Make it pretty, like I said, don't mention anything, because we cannot be salesy on our Facebook page, our profile, main profile. Use your Facebook page. Again, I don't want you being too salesy on your Facebook page either, like your like page, I mean. But for sure, if you're just going to post it on your regular Facebook profile, don't be too salesy about it at all. Just make it pretty vague. There's examples of those. Denise posted something the other day from the back office, so that has some great options in there on how to word a Facebook post. And I always put an image with it too. All right, because that's going to make it pop more. All right, you can use a Facebook event. Use your like page, not your personal account. Using your like page for a Facebook event, you can promote it. You can run an ad on it. You can see analytics on it. And Facebook will not shut you down if you put it on your Facebook like page. All right, start promoting something like that on your regular profile. You could get in trouble with Facebook. All right, in-person invites. Talking to somebody you work with. Maybe make up a few flyers, little paper invites, kind of explain what the challenge is. So you can just hand it to them. Hey, here's some information about this. I'd love to have you join me if you want. Talking to people in person. All right, so here is a sample Facebook message invite. All right, you can snapshot this if you want, or you can look at it again later on the recording, but because it's kind of long here. But hey, Jill, I'm starting a fitness challenge the beginning of November, and I have space for just a few more friends and family. I want to keep it small and just us. It's going to be just a group of us in the challenge to support each other and hold each other accountable. It may not be something you need or not right now, and that's okay. I started a business helping others on their fitness and health journey while I'm on mine. I'm not an expert and not a personal trainer, so I'm not looking to personal train people or become their nutritionist, but now I have more info and tools that I can point you in the right direction or find answers for people. Do you want to join the challenge with us? So that's nice. That's not too pushy. You're just inviting people. And just remember, when you're doing this, you're inviting people, you're offering them a gift. It doesn't matter if they join you or not. The more people you send a message like this to, now of course, if you are a personal trainer or something, I wouldn't put that sentence in there, because some of us are, but obviously those of you who are not, keep something like that in there. But there's nothing pushy or anything about that. You're just offering something to people, and if they want to take it, they could take it, and if they don't, that's fine too. So remember, people will say no, or worse, they won't even reply. I'm sure that's happened to a few of us here. Don't worry about that. It may not be the right time for them. Ask more people, and you will get the amount of people to join you that you want. Remember, it will take approximately 10 invites to get one yes, as in they actually get their stuff ordered. You're going to have people say, yes, I will join your challenge, and then they don't put in their order, or they stop replying to you, or, there's going to be various things. Maybe you did that with your coach, right? So just remember that to get one real yes, you're probably going to have to ask at least 10 people. Now, maybe as you get a little bit better, that might go up to maybe 2 or 3. It's never going to be, you're going to just hit it out of the park every single time you go up to bat. Haha, I put a baseball reference in there. Did you guys catch that? All right. Checking back with the people you've invited and haven't heard from is not bothering them. It's good customer service and shows you care about them. All right, making sure that they got the message. You don't have to be crazy, about it. Just say, hey, I just wanted to touch base. I know you're busy. Maybe you didn't see the message, or maybe it didn't come through. I was just wondering if you'd like to have, join us in this challenge I have coming up. Nothing crazy. You're just offering some good customer service and showing that you care about them. And then if you still don't get a reply, don't worry about it. Keep them on your list. Work on building that relationship with them and invite them again in the future. Don't feel upset about it if they don't reply to you. Again, the more people you ask, the more no's you're going to get, or the more ignores, but the less it's going to upset you when that happens. So those who say no, ask them if another time would be better, and get permission to reach out to them at a later date. And again, work on building that relationship more with them as well. All right, step 2, ask questions. If they've clicked on the post or reached out to you, ask them about their goals, their struggles, what kind of workouts they enjoy, about their daily life, to see how much time they have to work out, and other questions that you think of that would help you gather information and get to know them. Don't ask them all those at once. Ask them first, hey, I noticed you clicked on my post. I just wanted to reach out to you and talk to you a little bit more about that. I would love to have you, but first, would you mind telling me a little bit more about what your current goals and struggles are? Don't ask them anything more than that. Send that away. Wait for the reply. When you get that, then you can say something like, empathize with whatever it is they say, and just say, I think we could probably really work together and help you with your goals and struggles, whatever, reify what those are. Would you mind telling me what kind of workouts or activities you like doing right now, so I can get a better idea of maybe what would be a good fit for you? Or, maybe even ask them at that same time about what their daily life is to see how much time they have. But don't bombard them with too many questions at once. It's going to be too overwhelming, and they will just put it off and forget about it and not answer you because they don't want to take the time to answer, 6 or 7 questions. Ask them 1 or 2 at a time. Let them wait for their response. And make sure that you offer them something that you really feel will work for them. So we have a new workout coming out here at the end of the month. If that's not going to be for everybody. So just make sure that you offer them something that's going to work for them, not just the newest, fanciest toy that we have. Our goal is to give them the tools to help them be successful and learn new healthy habits. Don't recommend or pressure them into getting something that doesn't align with what they are telling you. Or if you think that they want something, but you feel that they should start with something else, be sure to talk to them about that. An example would be they haven't been working out and they think that Insanity would be a great workout because they see that people lose a lot of weight doing that. But chances are, if they haven't really been working out, then Insanity is probably not the first place to start for them to really feel successful. Maybe something like T25 would be better if they're really set on that because there's a modifier in it. Still Insanity workouts, exercises, but they're only 25 minutes. So make sure that you do that. Make sure you talk to them a little bit more and find something that's going to work for them. All right. Step 3, details, expectations, and commitments. Once you've gotten enough information from them, you can begin to talk details with them. Recommend a program or 2 that you feel would be a good fit for them right now, as well as a Shakeology flavor they might like. Again, don't convince them to try chocolate Shakeology if they think that vanilla or cafe latte or something is going to be better for them. Just because chocolate might be your favorite, it may not be theirs. Just ask them a few questions, figure out what would be a good one for them, or maybe a bag would be better for them because they get more servings. Maybe a box would be better for them because they could get a variety. Just ask a few questions and make sure that you get what sounds like would be a good choice for them right now. Let them know that you will get their order partially set up through the, what do you call it? I always forget the name of that app. That website where we can partially set it up, the mobile app that we call it. You can go ahead and start through that and let them know that they are going to get an email after you set up with their name and their email and their phone number and all that. You could set up their workout, their Shakeology, maybe that, and then you send that off to them. Maybe that's how you got your first challenge pack. Even better, though, would be to get on the phone or in person with them and do it all for them instead of having them do it. So it kind of lessens the steps for them, and you can make sure that it actually gets done. Because, again, if you just send them to the website and say, all right, go there and then go to, the shop and then click challenge packs and then look for the 21-day fix challenge pack, and then that's too many steps, and that's going to just deter people from doing it. So the more steps you could take care of for them, the more likely it will get done. Explain the rules of your group that you decided on. If you want to do a photo of the day, if you want to do a challenge of the day, if you want them to make sure that they check in every single day, however you want to set up your group, explain the rules that you've decided, or you could write it all into a welcome email and send that to them. You can also set up a template, like a photo template, to put their picture on and congratulate them when they commit with their challenge pack, or if they already have one or the other, workout or Shakeology, they got the other one, and give them a shout out on Facebook. You can just kind of make a thing like No Excuses November Challenge, newest challenger, put a copy of their picture on there, say congratulations to Jill for starting, taking this next step in her health and fitness. We're excited to have you in our No Excuses November challenge group. Don't say anything more. Just tag them, put it on there, and then maybe their friends will be like, what's this? And you might get a couple other challengers out of it even. But either way, it's kind of giving that recognition thing. Get your group set up and start adding people to it. And that takes us to starting your group. So here's some of the steps on how to actually start your challenge group if you've never done it before. You're going to use Facebook. You're going to go to groups, create group, and then name your group. This is all on Facebook. It's on the left-hand column where groups is at. You can find the create group. Next, you're going to set the privacy settings to closed or secret. If you do it closed, it could be found, but people can't see what's being posted. They can see who's in the group, though. If it's secret, it cannot be found. People have to actually be added to it, or else they will not be able to find it ever. Also, when you set up your group, you have to add at least one person to be able to open it. So that could be like your co-host, coach, your upline coach, or whatever. And also add it to your favorites. This is all stuff that's on that first page when you go in to set up that Facebook group. So it will make sense when you go there. Next, you're going to create a header. You can use PicMonkey or Canva. Those are both free. You can pay for them also, an upgraded pay to use them, and you get extra things with them. You don't really need it. If you're going to use it a lot and you really want those extra things, then go ahead and pay for them, but don't do it right now. The current header dimensions for a Facebook group header picture is 828 by 315. You can also Google that and find that information if you need to. Use a solid color background or free stock picture. You don't really want to go just snagging pictures off the internet, because that could lead to trouble down the road if somebody decides they want to come after you for using their image. So just be careful there. Add the name of your group and any taglines that or info that you want to put about your group as well. So like no excuses November. And if I think of something creative, I can't think of anything right now. But you know what I mean? Just kind of a little something underneath it. You could put like the Force Nation logo on there if you want to do that, or your specific team logo on there. You could put your name on there, something, if you want to add some other stuff on there. Then you're going to save your image and upload it to your group. All right, so then now that your group is open, you're going to schedule your posts. So I recommend using either Buffer or Hootsuite. They're both great. I prefer Buffer. I think Denise probably prefers Hootsuite. They both have their pros and cons. You can use them both for free up to a certain point. So, just pick one, try it out, and if you don't love it, then try the other one. Add your group to the schedule, to the Buffer or the Hootsuite. Again, this will be self-explanatory when you get in there if you've never used those before. Open the challenge group guides at our back office, and you pick the one that best suits your group. So if you're doing a multi-program group, there is a list of posts for a multi-program group. If you're doing a program-specific group, there are posts for each workout that way. If you're doing just Shakeology, so you don't have to reinvent anything. Just go in there and copy those and save the picture and post it in your Buffer to schedule it for each day, which I just said that. Okay. Some other ideas: you can add content and recipes from your own blog or from the Team Beachbody blog. You can do links to those if you want, or you can just copy it. There's a list of things that you could take the little blurb, use that. That's what I've been doing a little bit. If you have your own blog, like a Who Knows a Guy fitness blog, you could do the same thing with your own, whichever. You can also record videos to schedule or make a plan to go live in your group throughout the week. Next, you're going to add people to your group. Have a welcome post for everyone to introduce themselves. Again, this will be in your challenger guides if you want to use that, or else you can write your own. Add them a few days before the group starts to get things set up and ready for their challenge. If at all possible, don't start adding them Sunday when the challenge group starts on Monday. If you could start adding them the week before, that'd be great. Kind of get people used to the group, maybe give them some tips on how to get started, that kind of stuff. Again, there's posts in our challenge group guides for all that. Be sure to welcome each one of them as you add them or as they introduce themselves. So if they introduce themselves on the welcome post, welcome, like it, comment, reply, say something nice to them. If you already get it set up and you have a few people signing up late that you're adding late, give them a shout out when you add them. All right, so here's some daily practices. Check your group each day at least once. You don't have to live and die by your challenge group. You don't have to check everything every minute you see somebody post something. Just pick a time or two during the day where you will check the group, answer questions, comment, like, and reply on people's posts. Like what I just said there. And also, you participate in the group as well. Do your own workouts, drink your own Shakeology, and post about it. If you're having kind of a rough day, or you didn't feel like working out, or you caved and you ate a piece of chocolate cake, don't beat yourself up. Be positive about it, but just, share. It's real life. Here's an idea. Message a challenger or two each day privately to check on them and see how they're doing. Or you could even set up a weekly call with each one of them. Messages are more efficient time-wise. A call is more personal. You can decide which one sounds best for you. You can also do live videos within the messenger if you guys are both on at the same time. Just kind of let them know so you don't freak them out when your face pops up there. And you can also send videos, like just record a video and send it to them through the messenger app. Here's another idea. You can add fun daily or weekly challenges if you like, or do a weekly challenge group Zoom call to get everyone together to chat face to face. That's one of the things that I haven't done for a while, but it worked really well for a while. Would be Wacky Wednesday, and we would get on Zoom or Google Hangouts, one of those, and we would just hang out and talk for about half an hour, and it was pretty fun. People really liked it. All right, so here's some information on my challenge tracker app. If you've not set anything up there before, it's pretty easy. First, you're going to download the app. Then you go to the Team Beachbody site and you go to the My Challenge Tracker portal on the Coach tab. It's also in the back office too. So here, once you get there, you're going to click New Group. There's a button for that. Then here's the steps for that. You're going to name your group. You're going to choose a start date and the length of your group, like a 30-day group. You're going to choose a program for the group. It can also be multi, I think. You can add a description and a photo using the same steps as I mentioned in the Facebook group section. In the My Challenge Tracker app, you will invite people with their emails. Also let them know that you will be sending them an email, and if they don't see it here in the next couple days, if they don't see it, then to let you know. If they don't accept it, you can see that if they accepted it or not, follow up with them. Because some people are not getting them, or they're getting filtered weird. I think it's gotten better, but sometimes people still miss it, or they get put in the spam folder. You can also add coaches who are in the group with you and add them as co-host coaches. You can also schedule your posts using the challenge group guides, which are available in the portal. And you can even, if you've used it before or you've been a co-host of a challenge group before, those previous posts are saved, and you can just go in and look down the list, and it's like, oh, I want to use that today, and you click it and it will save and schedule to your current challenge group, and it even puts a little check mark by it so you know that you shared it already. So that's kind of cool. And again, with this one, just find a way to put your personality into it. Don't stress about totally reinventing everything. It's already available to us. Here's daily steps, pretty much like the Facebook ones. Check the group at least once a day. Like and comment on challengers' posts and answer any questions. Add fun daily or weekly challenges if you want. Message 1 or 2 challengers a day or schedule a weekly call. And consider doing a weekly Zoom call with your challengers to get everyone together face to face. When your group is finishing up, first you're going to start to promote and share about your next group inside the group. Then, kind of work on identifying people who you feel have the characteristics of being a good coach. And then personally contact them to let them know that you think they would be a good coach. The post could be something like, we're pretty close to wrapping up our challenge group. How excited are you? Over the past few weeks, I've seen you conquer your doubts and rise to numerous challenges. It's been so inspiring, and I'm glad that you've been a part of it. You might be wondering if you can help others experience the same sense of empowerment. If you have ever thought about supporting others in their fitness journey, message me. And another one, now that we are in the home stretch, you're probably thinking, what's next, or how do I get even better results? You've got tons of options. You could redo the program and maybe bump up to the next eating plan or to build more lean muscle. Another option is to try a hybrid version of the program, one that combines the program that you've just completed with another program. You can find these on teambeachbody.com. Or if you want something completely different, you can find a new program to challenge your health and fitness in a brand new way. Message me, and together we will figure out where you want to go from here. I didn't put it in the slides, but another one we do, it's like, you got like 3 choices right now. 1, you can continue on and roll into our next challenge group. 2, it could be, this was awesome, thank you, but I'm good for now, and I'm gonna do my own thing. And number 3, how can I help other people? I love this so much. I want to be a coach and learn how I can help other people. Something like that, and you can say, just comment below 1, 2, or 3, or message me privately. There's different ways you could do it when you're finishing up. Just make sure you put some kind of a closing thing so you can kind of get an idea of what other people's interests are after they leave the challenge group. So, all right, a few more things to keep in mind. Final stretch here, guys. All challenge groups will be different. All right. Some are going to be bigger. Some are going to be smaller. Sometimes you're going to have like 10 people in your group. And then other days, my grand dog just came down to see me. Some groups, you might have only 2 or 3 people in it. That's all right. Some are going to be more active and some are going to be quiet. You're going to wonder, sometimes you're going to have just people who are just enthusiastic and kicking butt, and then others, once you're getting crickets. And you could be doing the same thing and still not know what's going on. Just understand that it's going to be different. It's kind of depends on the time of the year. It kind of depends on the people you have in the group, whatever. So working with at least one other coach is a good idea, especially if you're a new coach, as far as new as in just running your first challenge group. So if you do that, set up responsibilities for each coach, meaning like one of you will be responsible for scheduling the My Challenge guide, the post from the My Challenge group guides. Maybe another one of you is going to post a healthy recipe each day. Maybe another one will post a motivational quote each day, something like that. You can find out different things that you want each person to post. Hold on. Can you guys come get your dog? He's chasing Holly and knocking stuff over. Come here. Hold on, guys. We have dog and cat issues at the moment. All right. Take a note of things that didn't work well as things that worked great, because the things that didn't work so well, you can learn from it, you can improve upon it. The things that did work great, you're going to want to redo those. Maybe it was a theme that worked awesome. Maybe it was some challenges that worked great. So make sure that and then the things that didn't work so well, if you're really not sure what happened, you could talk to one of us or other people who have run challenge groups, and we can kind of figure out maybe what possibly went wrong. But remember that challenge groups need to be the heart of your business. It focuses on the accountability factor, which separates Beachbody from other companies. Because, we could sell just, workouts and Shakeology and just like, okay, nice, see ya. Have fun with your workout, your Shakeology, but it's the accountability part that's really going to help people be successful, and it really what separates us from the others. All right, so my challenge to you, guys, ready? It's to set up your first or your next challenge group this week. Ask someone to partner with you if this is your first challenge group, and work with them using these steps. If you've been a coach for a while and been through at least a couple of challenge groups with your sponsoring or upline coach, you are ready. This does not mean that you'll no longer be able to participate in your sponsoring or upline coaches group, but it's time for you to spread your wings and fly with your own group. All right. So with that, that's all I have at the moment. Do you guys have any questions or comments, or any of you who, anything I forgot to add or you want to add? You can go ahead and unmute yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and take this off as screen share.
Awesome. I'm so happy that you're challenging everyone.
Yay!
But I want to add that your support group is not your monthly challenge group. You guys already are well into running a support group with the same people that are in there for months and months and months. That's beautiful, but that's not going to make you money. Okay? The only way you're going to make money is if you bring in fresh blood into your business. And you have to run monthly challenge groups in order for you to start to get that retail commission. There's a lot of people who are in our support groups that fall off the wagon, and that's okay. You know, we want to make sure that they understand that they're in it for the long haul. And these are, quite frankly, the people who are possibly our next coaches. And but they stop drinking their Shakeology, right? So if you have a support group with like 8 women and only one is on Shakeology HD, if you don't run a monthly challenge group, guess what? Your business is dead. Okay, so there's a big difference. So I have my support group and I run monthly challenges, and they go from 21 days to 4 weeks max. Shut it down, move on to the next group. Shut that down, move on to the next group. And there's lucky people that actually get to transfer into a support group. Those are the people that I know who have what it takes to run this business as well, because they're self-motivated. So that's the difference. I just wanted to specify that for you guys, okay? If you weren't sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's, I've had questions from some of my newer coaches here lately. It's like, do I have to have them use Shakeology? Well, the answer is no. You don't have to have them do anything. You can run it however you want. But like Denise said, if they aren't buying anything, we're not making any money. Now, I know we're all caring, loving, awesome people, and we want to help people. That is first and foremost. And, I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you aren't interested in helping people, then there's no reason for you to be on this team or Beachbody Coach at all. That being said, I heard a statistic here recently that Shakeology sales make up 70% of our commission, of our paychecks. That is not just our retail, but that is our bonuses also, our cycle bonuses. So if people are not using Shakeology, we're not really making any money. And again, I know, some of us we all want to help people, but we also need some money, to survive, whether we're doing this full time or you guys who are working, full-time jobs and are doing this on the side, you're still doing this for more than just the warm and fuzzies of helping people. So make sure that they're trying it. It's not going to be everybody's jam. Not everybody's going to love it. I never had that be a problem until recently. But I have my very first person returning their Shakeology before, using the bottom of the bag guarantee. This is how long I've been a coach? Like 7 years. So I've had people quit and return, what they got on their home direct that they didn't use. I've had that happen, but I've never had anybody use the bottom of the bag guarantee until here recently. So she hasn't returned it yet, but she says she's going to. So, but anyway, you got to have them using the products especially Shakeology. If they're hesitant, that's why you would use maybe a 7-day or a 30-day Shakeology guarantee challenge group, and tell them about the guarantee if they're doing the 30-day. Give them the peace of mind. So, but yeah, like what Denise said, if you want to have just a support group of people where, that's great too. I love doing that. Denise's groups are more awesome than mine, but mine are like kind of dwindled at the moment. But having a place where you can have people to go that you can post things. I've been working on trying to post some of the stuff that I post in my regular challenge group and just putting that in my buffer and sending it over to that too, like one post a day. But you could have a little extra challenge group, but you need to have the monthly challenge groups to actually be able to bring in new people, introduce new people to the products, introduce new people to working out, and help possibly be even future coaches. So, Nicole, do you got anything to add? You run pretty good challenge groups too, so.
Thanks. I think the only thing that I can add that you guys haven't covered is a lot of times I'll offer, like, I don't make my people be on Shakeology, but I heard this somewhere, so forgive me if it's been repeated, but I usually have like 3 things to invite them to. So I invite them to the challenge group with the challenge pack. And if that is too much or they're hesitant, then and most of my challenge groups are based on 21-day fixed food plan. They can do whatever workout they want, but I typically follow a 21-day challenge group, and that's kind of the meal plan. So then I'll, well, that's cool. If you don't want the, the challenge pack and Shakeology, then you're gonna, at least I give them that middle option of the base kit, just, so from 140 to 70. And if that's still too much for them, then I'll go down to just buy the portion control containers at $20. So, they always have these options, and for the most part, I've had people buy all 3. I've had people literally just buy the containers, just buy the program, and buy the challenge pack. So just always making sure if you hear a no, that you have something else to invite them and, get them in. I just want to get them in, and then I'll I'll ask them kindly to, sign up under me. So sometimes maybe they'll just do the 30-day on-demand free trial, or at least, I've even had a girl who had Amazon, and she's like, listen, can I just buy the containers on Amazon, or does it, like, she was nice enough to reach out, and does it really affect you if I go through you? And in my head, I'm like, okay, if she's just buying containers, I'm not going to make any money really anyway. I don't care. So I told her, yeah, go ahead, get Amazon. But, I had her sign up under me as the free, and sure enough, she kept her on-demand membership after that. So just always trying to not be after the sale like we are, but we're not, of course, and giving them those 3 options has helped me get at least that one person in, who maybe wasn't going to.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you added that, because I totally did not even, I know that, but I didn't even think about putting that in this presentation, because I would actually be that kind of person. Like, I kind of like tiptoe my toes into the pool. I'm not like a jump in all the way kind of person more often than not. But if you have, like, I think Shalene kind of calls those baby offers. If you have, like, okay, start, but then keep taking it back until you find something that's going to work for them. And then from there, it can build, So maybe they never will do anything more, but chances are, if they feel like they can trust you and they like you, and it's like you're not just after the, getting their money, then they're going to end up eventually, most likely, buying something more in the future.
Yeah, and I would also just add, even if you only have 2 people, like, get those 2 people results, because I literally, like, right now I'm at Success Club 6, and it was all referrals. I didn't do anything, and this one lady bought a challenge pack, and then she signed up her daughter, and then she signed up her friend. And I didn't do any work, and I got kind of lucky on that one, but it was because I took care of the one lady, just trying to help her out, get her the program, answer her questions all through text, and then sure enough, boom, boom, So every single person, if you can just focus on getting that one person the results that they need, they're going to talk, they're going to share it with their friends, and don't feel defeated if you have, 1, 2, 3 people in your group that are new or into it, and just focus your energy on helping them, and it will grow.
Yeah. Sweet. That is good advice. Thank you for sharing that too, because that is very, very true. So just, one person is like the vein of gold kind of thing. It's like one person could lead you to all sorts of great things, where you could have 10 in there, and, they might not even want to continue with it next month, who knows? So, all right. Anybody else have anything else to add at this time? Or any other questions? Going once, going twice. All right. Well, I'll finish it up here by thanking you guys for jumping on and for accommodating me and my baseball fascination and obsession here. I've got it actually here on the thing here, but on the TV right next to me, but I'm trying not to watch it. So we'll go ahead and upload this here into the group. And hopefully this will be something that's beneficial enough that we can have, keep it and show newer coaches down the road too. So, or we can always redo it and make it a little bit fresher for later on if we want. So with that being said, thanks so much for jumping on here, guys, and offering your insight and additions to my little thing here. And with that, I will thank you guys and sign off here, and I will talk with you all soon. Okay. Bye, guys.
Go Cubs.
Yeah.